Okay, so I'm terrible. I finished my one eye and I was supposed to be showing you guys the steps on this side, but I'm gonna keep it going because I actually really want to film this look. It was pretty challenging for me. So what I did was took my Morphe 35B palette and I just took these three like flat shader brushes and I ombrade my eyes. So I have this white shade, which is in the inner corner, this light pink shade in the middle, and then I have the hot pink shade on the outside. I also taped just so it could be like a straight line. So now I'm taking this Winky Lux black feliner pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of map out where my second cut crease is gonna go. It's sort of like starts right here on my other eye, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start to carve that out. Since I already have the shadow down, the eyeliner itself is kind of like giving me a hard time, so just take your time with this. There we go. Take your time. I'm gonna leave a little room for a inner tail because on this side it's much more it's much thinner than the actual liner itself. So I'm just gonna leave a little room and just start to create that line. I'm going back and forth between my hand and actually drawing on my eye because it's catching some of the product on my eye, so therefore it's not as black as it is on my hand. So I'm just going back and forth, wiping it off so that it'll show up on my eye and give me the guide that I need. So next I'm gonna take my fly liner from Fenty Beauty and I'm gonna go ahead and add little details. The inner corner of this second cut, well, second line on this eye is a little thinner, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add that little detail. You know how these have fatter ends and like thinner ends? So the larger end is gonna give me a little more body to my line. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the pointed tip, and then I'm gonna let it kind of drag onto the bigger end and start to give my line some pigment because it is very muted right now. And then we're gonna just flick like so. Okay, and we're also gonna do the same for this outer line. We're just gonna give it some pigment and just follow that same line with the skinny end. So I went ahead and just put on some lashes, and this is the completed eye look. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to skin. We're gonna take this Tatcha silk canvas. I'm really excited to use this. This is my first time putting this on my face and I've been dying to get it. They have minis now if you're trying to save a coin and don't want to commit $50 of your money to a primer. You can go ahead and get the mini. You like me? I did moisturize already, so that's why my skin kind of has like a glow to it already. So I'm just gonna put this in the areas that my pores seem to want to jump out at you. I'm gonna go ahead and do foundation, and I'm gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way. I'm using the shade Maple. I'm gonna use that more on the perimeter of my face, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my Maybelline Super Stay in the center of my face since it's a little lighter. By the way, the shade of Maybelline that's a little bit lighter is 310, and I really like this foundation, so I'm just gonna go ahead and paint that on to the center of my face. I'm starting with the lighter shade just because, I mean, it's just kind of, it's not a reason. I'm just gonna start with this and put it on all my high points, and then I'm gonna take the Too Faced and put that on the darker parts of my face. To all of my foundation, I add those L'Oreal Glotion drops. Well, not the drops, but I add the actual Glotion itself, just so I can have a dewy finish. So now I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Instapop face brush. I really like this brush. It's like fire. The finish on it is bomb, and yeah, I love it. I love that. That looks really good. Okay, so we're gonna move on to highlight and contour. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Fenty Beauty concealer in 310. I actually really love this. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna hate it, but it's like bomb. So we're gonna just go ahead and put this where I would put my concealers. Contour, I'm gonna mix some of NYX Cocoa on the back of my hand, and I'm also gonna take LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toast. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put where I normally put my contour. I'm using this flat foundation brush. I'm mixing the two for two different reasons. One is consistency. I like how creamy the NYX one is, but I don't like how thin it is, so I mix a little bit of the LA Girl because it's just a little thicker, and that's kind of what I like. And then also the colors, the LA Girl is a little lighter and cool toned, and the NYX brings a little warmth back to my face. So we're gonna go ahead and contour. Snatch this nose, honey, we need it with all this is going on our face. Go ahead and blend all of this out. Starting with the contour, I'm just gonna go ahead and buff that out. This is a Morphe brush. I don't know the number, but I really like it. It reminds me of my Real Techniques, what is it called? Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. It reminds me of that. Sort of similar. This one has my product on it now, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. I like to use kind of a fluffy brush for my highlight shade, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this BH Cosmetics number 5 brush and just go ahead and start to blend this out. So I went ahead and used this fluffy brush to blend out the edges of my concealer. But now I'm actually gonna take this beauty blender and I'm gonna go ahead and just blend out the inside of this concealer. I went ahead and already set my face with my Laura Mercier loose translucent powder, and I'm carving out my cheekbones for my bronzer today. Oh, I feel in my spirit. Today I'm going to use Hoola. Yes, we're gonna use Hoola. I had to decide. We're gonna use Hoola. I have Hoola in this blush bar from Benefit. That was in my Namvo makeup class gift bag. If you guys didn't see that video, I will link it below. I think it has 1,300 views, which is crazy. Crazy for little old me. Ooh, yes, I love this. It's just, I'm gonna go ahead and take this California from that same Benefit palette that I was using with the Hoola bronzer in it, and just add a little pop of pink. Just a little more. All right, y'all, we're almost done. We're on to my favorite part, which is the highlighter. I'm taking my favorite Sigma brush and I'm dipping into this Bobbi Brown highlighter in Pink Glow. I just want to stick with the theme, so naturally I would use a pink highlighter. I'm gonna go ahead and take this on my highlight area. What is this called? Like your cheekbone? I think so. And this is like subtle, like it's showing on camera, but it's actually pretty subtle in person. I want something that's like, woo, make you want to slap your mama. So we're gonna go ahead and continue to put this on, but then I'm gonna follow this up with another highlight. Layering is best, you know? Don't be afraid to layer, guys. The one I'm layering on, the highlighter that I'm layering on top is ColourPop's Might Be. It's a little more like rose gold, but it's really pretty, and I think it'll look really nice with this whole like pink situation we got going on. Pretty, we like. Attempt 1, add a lip. I really want to do a black lip. I think that would just really just make this pop. So that's what we're gonna try and do. I don't know how successful this is gonna be or if I'm even gonna like it, but we will see. Bear with me. So I'm taking this same Winky Lux liner and I'm just gonna line my lips with that, and then I'm gonna fill it with MAC's Haute Core. All right, here we go. Y'all, here's the finished look. I'm actually kind of living for this black lip, I'm not gonna lie. I've been dying to do a black lip, and I think this was the perfect time to do one. My highlighter looks really, really good. The whole look looks, oh, just looks nice. I don't know if you guys can see my little Ari moment with the half up, half down. If you guys like this look, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. My socials will be in the description box below. Thank you.